Welcome to Raj Malhotra's IAS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is Prelim Sprint 2022 where we teach you the most essential topics needed to crack prelims this year. Starting today's lecture, we are covering major events under Governor Generals and Viceroys of India. इस लेक्चर के थ्रू आप मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री एक गवर्नर जनरल्स की टाइमलाइन के अकॉर्डिंग पढ़ पाएंगे, प्लस काफ़ी सारी ऐसी स्टेटमेंट्स एलिमिनेशन में और स्टेटमेंट्स को राइट मार्क करने में ये लेक्चर आपको बहुत हेल्पफुल रहेगा. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट वन, वॉरेन हेस्टिंग्स. विल गो अकॉर्डिंग टू द डेट. सो वॉरेन हेस्टिंग्स वॉज द गवर्नर जनरल अराउंड 1770 से लेकर 1785 में. 1770s का जो टाइम था, ही वॉज गवर्नर ऑफ बंगाल एट दैट टाइम. सो वॉट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर अबाउट हिम इज़ दैट he was energetic and experienced. Obviously that's why he was made the governor. Also he respected Indian law. काफ़ी सारे ऐसे गवर्नर जनरल्स थे जो कि जो इंडियन कस्टम्स थी उनको रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करते थे, and they wanted to introduce British customs or British laws, but he was the one who respected Indian law. He devised the ring fence policy. This is something you have to remember. Ring fence policy क्या थी कि अपनी टेरिटरी प्रिवेंट करने के लिए, अपनी टेरिटरी को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस इज़ द एरिया वेयर दे वर रूलिंग, तो इस एरिया को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए जो नेबरहुड की टेरिटरी है, यहाँ पर जो नेबरहुड की टेरिटरी है उसको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखना, दैट वाज द रिंग फेंस. रिंग की शेप में एक फेंस बन जाती थी विच विल प्रोटेक्ट योर ओन टेरिटरी. सो दिस वाज फॉर्मुलेटेड बाय हिम. जो 1773 का रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट था, काफ़ी बार पूछा जाता है रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट और चार्टर एक्ट, ये पर्टिकुलर एक्ट किसके अंडर पास किया गया था, हु वाज द गवर्नर और गवर्नर जनरल एट दैट टाइम. सो रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट ऑफ 1773 केम अंडर हिज गवर्नरशिप. Supreme Court was set up at Calcutta. You know, this is if you've read modern history, you'll know that the first Supreme Court in India, it was set up at Calcutta in 1773. Again, इजारेदारी system was introduced. एक ज़मींदारी system था that was introduced by Cornwallis. We'll be reading about it. उससे पहले था इजारेदारी system. What was it? It was said that right of collecting revenue of a particular area was auctioned to the highest bidder. So it was very close to ज़मींदारी system, but इजारेदारी system was under Warren Hastings. और जो सबसे ज़्यादा revenue quote करते थे ज़मींदारी system में, there was a ceiling on the revenue that had to be given. एक particular share of revenue दिया जाता था ज़मींदारी system में, while in the इजारेदारी system जो भी इंसान सबसे ज़्यादा revenue quote करेगा कि मैं peasant से इतना revenue आपको collect करके दूंगा, he was given the bid or tender for that time, and it was developed under Warren Hastings. The Treaty of Surat was signed, the first Anglo-Maratha war which happened in 1779, and Treaty of Salbai which was the resultant of first Anglo-Maratha war, and Treaty of Vadgaon. इसके बाद British had captured Mahe which resulted in the second Anglo-Mysore war. In 1781, he founded the Madrasa Alia or the Calcutta Madrasa, which is now known as the Alia University since 2007. In 1784, we had a Treaty of Mangalore, and Pitt's India Act of 1784 was also passed under him. Very important, in 1784, he founded the Asiatic or Aztec Society. But he did not lay the foundations for it. It was founded by Sir William Jones, but he was the governor at that time, and the chairman was Sir Robert Chambers. So this is something you don't have to confuse over. In 1785, due to corruption, he was called back to England and he had to leave. After that, he was succeeded by the next governor of Bengal, and Lord Cornwallis was the one he was succeeded by from 1786 to 93. Again, Lord Cornwallis के अंडर जो भी developments हैं बहुत ज़्यादा important है. Let's see what were they. So Lord Cornwallis was the second Governor General of Bengal, not of India. Bengal के second Governor General थे. Why was he called to India? Because he led British forces in America, as you can see here. The War of Independence at America. इन्होंने लीड की थी अमेरिका में. दो द वॉर वॉज लॉस्ट, बट एवरीबडी न्यू दैट ही इज़ कॉम्पिटेंट इनफ टू बी द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ बंगाल. सो ही वॉज सेंट. In 1789 he made slavery punishable in Supreme Court. कैलकाटा का जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट सेटअप हुआ था उसमें slavery was made punishable. A very important fact. पहले मदरसा आलिया सेटअप हो गया था वॉरेन हेस्टिंग्स के टाइम पर. In 1791 Hindu college was established at Banaras, which was there for propagating the study of ancient Sanskrit texts. In 1790 to 92, third Anglo-Mysore was taking place, and he was leading it. Lord Cornwallis was leading it. So Tipu Sultan lost that battle. Treaty of Srirangpatnam was signed, but Tipu Sultan ki jo half territory thi, that was there with him. And then in 1798, the fourth Anglo-Mysore war took place. So, third Anglo-Mysore war took place here. In 1793 he introduced the जमींदारी system. इजारेदारी system ज़्यादा parts में नहीं था जो वॉरेन हेस्टिंग्स के टाइम पे था. He tried to bring out a very uniform system. He introduced the जमींदारी system. So इनके टाइम पर सर जॉन शोर भी आ गए थे इंडिया में. He was invited already, but since he was the Governor General, so Sir John Shore was not given any office. But what he did was, उन्होंने ज़मींदारी सिस्टम डिवाइस और प्लान कर दिया था. सो इट वॉज प्लान्ड बाय सर जॉन शोर, हु वॉज द नेक्स्ट गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ बंगाल, बट it was made applicable by Lord Cornwallis. So he introduced the zamindari system, which was also known as the permanent settlement. Police reforms लाए गए थे and introduction of civil services took place here. Another important thing is that you have to remember what was the Cornwallis Code. So it incorporated several judicial reforms and separation of revenue administration and civil jurisdiction that took place under him. तो इन्होंने काफ़ी ज़्यादा चीज़ों को streamline कर दिया था. Administrative जो structure था, that was streamlined by him. The next one is, as we discussed, Sir John Shore, and he was the one who planned zamindari system. So what you have to remember here is, अराउंड दिस टाइम, अराउंड 1805, जब ये गवर्नर जनरल्स का टेन्योर एंड होगा, यू विल हैव टू सी कि ये जो पर्पल में दिस टेरिटरी बिलोंग टू द ब्रिटिशर्स. दिस सेंट्रल इंडिया वाज कंट्रोल्ड बाय मराठास. हियर राजपूत्स वर देयर एंड देन सिख्स वर देयर, एंड इन द साउथ Mysore was there, which was still a part of which was under Tipu Sultan. So इसके बाद स्लोली देयर वुड बी एंग्लो सिख वॉर्स कमिंग, और मराठास के साथ काफ़ी सारी वॉर्स और ट्रीटी साइन होंगी. सो फ्रॉम हियर ब्रिटिशर्स विल मूव टुवर्ड्स एनेक्सिंग द इंटायर इंडियन एरिया. अबाउट सर जॉन शोर, ही फॉलोड अ पॉलिसी ऑफ नॉन इंटरवेंशन. तो मराठास क्या कर रहे हैं, निज़ाम क्या कर रहा है, ही जस्ट डिड नॉट इंटरवीन इन एनी ऑफ द थिंग्स. ही वॉज वेरी फोकस्ड ऑन इम्प्लीमेंटिंग द जमींदारी सिस्टम, विच वॉज द रेवेन्यू पार्ट ऑफ द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, एंड उसके लिए वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा एक्टिव थे. सो ही वॉज अपॉइंटेड एज गवर्नर जनरल इन ईयर 1793 आफ्टर लॉर्ड कॉर्नवालिस, एंड ही फॉलोड द पॉलिसी ऑफ न्यूट्रलिटी. अब न्यूट्रल पॉलिसी जब कोई लीडर फॉलो करता है, इट समटाइम्स रिजल्ट्स इन द डिक्लाइन ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन, एंड it did happen, and prestige of East India Company declined because East India Company कोई actions नहीं ले रही थी. There was this battle of Kharda which was which took place between Nizam and Marathas. So Nizam approached Sir John Shore for help, but the East India Company or Sir John Shore did not do anything. So that declined the prestige of East India Company. Also there was a mutiny of European officers in Bengal, and when this mutiny happened of European officers Bengal mein, that time was the time when he was called back in 1798. So the important facts what were there we have discussed. Now very important, Lord Wellesley. So since Sir John Shore was not taking any actions, तो जो next Governor General भेजे गए थे, he was very outright, वो policy he believed in the policy of large scale expansion, as you can see, और the policy of outright war. उनको था कि जो हमने territory है अपनी वो expand करनी है, and assumption of territories of previously subordinate rulers, जो rulers already subordinated हैं उनके territories को annex करना है. He also brought the subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance was introduced in 1798 by Lord Wellesley, and the first alliance that took place was with Hyderabad. In 1799, 98-99 में fourth Anglo-Mysore war भी हो गई थी, where Tipu Sultan died, and Mysore was now under their control. Sati was banned in Calcutta around 1799 under the leadership of Lord Wellesley, but you have to remember that Sati was not banned all over India right now. Sati was banned only in Calcutta here. It was still taking place in many parts of the country, especially in Rajputana. In 1799, censorship of press act was there कि कुछ भी government के anti material publish नहीं किया जाएगा, pass on नहीं होगा. So this had to happen because he was a strict governor general. In 1800, he founded the Fort Williams College. What was the purpose of Fort Williams College? Calcutta वाला जो था. So it was decided that सिविल सर्विसेज सिविल सर्वेंट्स जो इंडिया के होंगे उनको यहीं पर ट्रेनिंग दी जाएगी. सो दे विल नॉट बी सेंट टू इंग्लैंड और ट्रेन देयर बिकॉज दैट वाज अ लॉट ऑफ रिसोर्सेज का लॉस होता था. सो इन 1800 ही फाउंडेड द फोर्ट विलियम्स कॉलेज इन कैलकटा एंड दैट वाज मेंट फॉर ट्रेनिंग इंडियन सिविल सर्वेंट्स. बट अगेन बाद में दैट later it was decided that they will not be trained here. In 1803 the second Anglo-Maratha war took place. Treaty of Bassein was signed. Treaty of Bassein का purpose क्या था? Basically to sign a subsidiary alliance with Marathas. जो 20 years का peace agreement पहले sign हुआ था first Anglo-Maratha war के बाद. 20 years had ended. Now a war took place and a Treaty of Bassein was signed to have subsidiary alliance with Marathas. Now we'll talk about Lord Hastings, who was the Governor General from 1813 to 1823. इनके अंदर देखते हैं क्या events हुए. So first of all you have to remember कि 1813 से 1823 था, तो around 1820 Rayotwari system was started. It was by Thomas Munro, Governor General of Madras. Madras area में Rayotwari system was started and Governor General of Bengal was Lord Hastings. 1814 में Anglo-Nepal war हुई थी and after that there was a Treaty of Sagali that was signed. ट्रीटी ऑफ सगौली बेसिकली इसने रिलेशनशिप डिफाइन किया था कि नेपाल और इंग्लिशमैन का, नेपाल और ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का क्या रिलेशन होगा आपस में. सो दैट वाज साइंड in around 1817. Third Anglo-Maratha war also took place and that led to the dissolution of Maratha Confederacy. Bombay Presidency was set up in 1818. Also around 1818 India का जो first vernacular newspaper था समाचार दर्पण, that was started. Now moving on to Lord Amherst. So from the time of Lord Amherst you just have to remember two things. The first is the Anglo-Burmese war. Anglo-Burmese war ended with a treaty of peace which was known as the Treaty of Yandabo, and the second one is Barrackpore Mutiny. What was Barrackpore Mutiny? Bengal army troops, they were ordered to go to Chittagong to fight this Anglo-Burmese war, but when they reached there and when they were participating there, so it was seen that there were no bullock carts, so that a revolt took place and the leader of that revolt was Binda, and there is also a Binda Baba temple dedicated to Lord Hanuman. So that is all about Barrackpore Mutiny and Lord Amherst के अंडर यही दो चीज़ें हुई थी. Now the very important Lord William Bentinck, we'll discuss him in detail, बहुत ही डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. He was the Governor General from 1828 to 1835 and he was also known as the Governor General. He was the first Governor General of India. उससे पहले जो regulating acts आए थे, उससे पहले जो भी Governor Generals होते थे वो मद्रास के separate, बंगाल के separate होते थे, but he was the first one who was the Governor General of entire India so that the administration could become more uniform. So this Governor General Lord William Bentinck, he was a progressive viceroy. इन्होंने जो British administration थी, जो East India Company थी, British administration after 1813, so he helped reduce the permanent expenditures of British administration also. And on the other hand, India में इन्होंने काफ़ी सारे reforms introduce किए थे जो Indian society को progressive बनने में help कर सकते थे, especially in terms of education. The important one was abolition of sati in 1829 due to the efforts of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and after that Brahmo Samaj was set up. It was not founded by him, but a Brahmo Samaj was founded in his Governor Generalship. Charter Act of 1833 it came under him, जो कि काफ़ी सारे education के लिए reforms लेकर आया था. 1834 Coog War. This was the only annexation that was carried out by Lord William Bentinck. उसके अलावा कोई भी annexation नहीं है. In fact, to have a peaceful relationship with Punjab, the Treaty of Perpetual Friendship was set up. Treaty of Perpetual Friendship was signed with Maharaja Ranjit Singh. It was around 1835. So that was the Coorg War. That was the only annexation under him. This is a fact you have to remember. Resolution of 1835 and educational reforms were introduced. English education की introduction हो रही थी as the official language. So there was a minute on Indian education. Basically it was a document जिसको minute on Indian education बोला जाता था. That was published and English Education Act was introduced. The other important part that you have to remember here is that he helped in the suppression of thugs. The thuggy and dacoity department was set up कि लोग बहुत परेशान थे dacoits और thugs से. So that department was set up and a program was started which was known as the King's Evidence Program. किंग्स एविडेंस प्रोग्राम कि जो भी ठग्स अपने पार्टनर्स का या अपने ग्रुपमेट्स का कोई भी एविडेंस देंगे, दे विल बी इंसेंटिवाइज्ड. So thugs who gave evidence about gang members were incentivized under this. The first law commission was set up under Lord Macaulay, but Lord William Bentinck was the Governor General that time. It was there to inquire into the jurisdiction and powers and rules of the courts, justice, police establishment, existing judiciary, etc. The next one is Lord Metcalfe, who was the Governor General of India from 1835 to 36. He is also known as the liberator of Indian press. So around 1800 जो Lord Wellesley ने press के ऊपर काफ़ी सारी restrictions लगाई थी, they were lifted by him. New press law was passed which removed restrictions on the Indian press. Next one is Lord Auckland. So the important events under him, it is very unexpected कि इनके लिए कोई separate question पूछा जाएगा क्योंकि बहुत सारे events नहीं है इनके अंडर. But to eliminate statements, this particular Governor General is very important. The first Anglo-Afghan War 1838 to 42. इसके बाद सारी wars का eliminate होंगी. There would be the Anglo-Sikh War, there would be Anglo-Afghan War. So till William Bentinck and Lord Metcalfe there was still पीसफुल टाइम्स कि जो बाकी सारे एरियाज एनेक्सेशन से बचे हुए थे, देयर वाज स्टिल ट्रीटीज ऑफ peace and friendship being signed, but from now on wars will be there. So first Anglo-Afghan War was there 1838 mein. There was a tripartite treaty signed between Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Shah Shuja and Lord Auckland. 1839 death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh happened, and after that the Punjab Wars, Anglo-Punjab Wars, they started. Anglo-Sikh War started. Lord Ellenborough 1842 to 44, annexation of Sindh took place under him and war with Gwalior started under him. The next one is Lord Hardinge. He was the first one. So there are two or three that we have. So Lord Hardinge, first one. 1844 to 48. The first Anglo-Sikh War, very important, that took place under him. And the Treaty of Lahore was signed after the Anglo-Sikh War. There were social reforms introduced by him, especially the abolition of female infanticide and human sacrifice. जो बलि दी जाती थी इंडिया के बहुत सारे parts में, so that used to be penalized and that was declared illegal. Next one, the second last one, Lord Dalhousie. आज हम revolt of 1857 तक ही करेंगे. And Lord Dalhousie के अंदर जो भी developments हैं, they are very important. He was, he was the most negatively remembered personality in the rule of East India Company because in 1856 he left. In 1857, starting of 1857 में around March 1857 के around revolt of 1857 began. So it is said कि हुआ तो revolt Lord Canning के अंडर था, but he was the one responsible कि उन्होंने administration इस way में carry out किया था that anger had erupted in the form of revolt which Lord Canning had to take responsibility for. So we'll see here that what was he famous for. First of all, he was the youngest Governor General of India. In 1848, he introduced the doctrine of lapse. See, we are progressing towards prelims exam. Doctrine of lapse was कि अगर किसी kingdom का, किसी भी princely state का अपना natural heir नहीं है कि there is no son who can sit on the throne. There is no son related by blood who can sit on the throne. So that territory or that princely state would be annexed by Britishers. कि वो British administration के under directly आ जाएगी. So that was doctrine of lapse, which was not liked by the princely states or the kingdoms prevalent at that time, because land was the source of identity for people at that time. It still is, and this kind of annexation by foreign rulers, this was not acceptable to anyone at that time. So there was anger बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा था इसकी वजह से. So the first annexation under doctrine of lapse was of Satara that took place in 1848. In 1849, the second Anglo-Sikh War took place and Punjab was annexed after 1849. 1850, Lex Loci Act, very important. So बहुत सारे जो लोग थे Christianity में convert हो रहे थे, but it was there कि according to Hindu customs, property could be owned only by the son of the father, and that son had to belong to the same religion. So this act was passed in 1850, which said that there would be right to inherit property, right to ancestral property would be there even if the son converts to Christianity from Hinduism. So this was there. 1852 to 1853 सेकेंड एंग्लो बर्मीज वॉर हो रही थी. 1853 में there was the first Indian railway line that was started. Indian railway journey began from here and the first train was running from Bombay to Thane. 1853 we also had the Charter Act that has to be studied separately. In 1854 telegraph began in India. Where did the first telegraph start from? Calcutta to Diamond Harbour. Annexation of Jhansi took place at that time and Wood's dispatch on education and opening of Anglo vernacular schools and colleges जहाँ पर English और vernacular languages दोनों में पढ़ाया जाएगा. That was passed. Post Office Act was passed and postage stamps were introduced for the first time in India. In 1856 annexation of Awadh took place. So annexation of Awadh or Oudh it is written many times. इसके बाद जो anger था कॉमन मासेस में बहुत ज़्यादा जनरेट हो गया था एंड दिस इनडायरेक्टली लेड टू द रिवोल्ट ऑफ 1857. विडो रीमैरिज एक्ट वाज पास्ड हियर ड्यू टू द एफर्ट्स ऑफ ईश्वर चंद्र विद्यासागर. Now moving on to the last Governor General for today, Lord Canning. After this, he'll become the Viceroy from here. जो आपका जो Charter Act बाद में after revolt of 1857 जो पास हुआ था उसके बाद and continuing from here we'll be covering all the Viceroys from tomorrow. So, the important part is that when he came in 1856 तो 1857 में 3 universities set up की गई थी for better education to Indians. So establishment of 3 universities took place. They were at Calcutta, Madras and Bombay. And उसके बाद revolt of 1857 हो गया था. From here on we'll be continuing tomorrow. Keep working hard, keep revising things. Download the PDF for this presentation from the link in the description. If the link does not work, just go directly to our Telegram channel and download the PDF directly from there. We'll see you with the continuation of this discussion tomorrow. All the best, and if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the right time.